Hello and welcome, guys. Hello, everybody, and thanks for joining. Oh my God, I see somebody gave us a thumbs up already. Thank you very much, viewer. Hello and welcome, everybody. It's your girl Onana, and today we're going to talk about Biggy 237. And first of all, before we begin, if it's your first time on this channel, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button below this video because you're going to love it here. So please go ahead and subscribe if it's your first time here as we dive into today's topic. So welcome everybody. This is Onana Nation, and on this space we talk all things entertainment, we talk about African recipes, and we do lifestyle. So welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about Biggy 237. Hello viewer, please tell us your name and where you're watching us from as we dive into today's video. We want to give you a shout out. Hello, I see people joining. Hello and welcome everybody. It's your girl Onana. Tell us your name and where you're watching us from so I can give you shout outs as we dive into today's topic. So today we're going to talk about Biggy 237. You guys already know now. You know how we do. So tell me your name. Let me say hi to you as we begin. I done they go my way. Alright, so you guys want to tell me your names? I see you watching. Tell us your names and where you're watching us from. Just type your comments below so I can read them and say hi to you as we begin. Alright, so today we're going to talk about Biggy 237. We're going to talk about the housemates that have been evicted so far. We're going to what does Anna say? We're going to talk about the night of the party. We're going to talk about who kissed who. We're going to talk about all the juicy the details. We're also going to talk about who came into the house today because some housemates were voted back into the house. We're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about there was one last thing I wrote, I forgot. Ranibel Kizzy, like she was crawling the entire house. We're going to talk about Ranibel finding everybody's struggle. Query, crawling the whole house. And then we're also going to talk about, let me get my paper. So I wrote a couple of stuff down. Let's dive into it. Alright, so let's start with tonight's eviction show. I see somebody left a comment. Beryl Dione, happy I'm live today watching from Japan. Hi Beryl, how are you and how is Japan? What time do you guys have in Japan now? Is it morning? Is it night? Oh my God. Thank you for joining me all the way from Japan. How are you doing, Beryl? Kisses to you. Alright, so we're going to start with the eviction show. First item on my list, eviction. Before we talk about who went home today, we're going to talk about who was up for eviction. And I have a list right here. These are the housemates that were up for eviction. I'm just going to go ahead and call their names. We had Kitchen Boy, he was up for eviction. We had MC Dibenja. We had Brown Popsy. We had Vanitel's Khalifa. That's the newest addition to the house. Biggy brought Vanitel's in the house, like he sneaked her into the house. We weren't told, we weren't informed. All of a sudden, one morning I wake up and I'm like, who is that girl with the red hair? So Biggy just sneaked Vanitel into the house without letting us know. So, and she was up for eviction this week. Obviously, people have not known her well. They've not bonded with her. So a lot of people are nominating her. We have Platali Karine. She was also up for nominations, eviction. We have Eric C. Dopez. We have Gaga Wayne. The only girl in the world who is Lee Wayne and Gaga at the same time. And then we had AP Makoge Collins. And then we had CJ, the fine boy of the house. So these are the housemates that were up for eviction. And now we're going to talk about how we voted. Hello and how are you? Tuning in from Maryland. Oh my God. How is MD tonight? And Crane, how you doing, girl? I'm happy you joined the video. Shout out to you, girl. Hi, William Gonsalves. How are you? How is everybody doing tonight? And William, where are you watching us from? Alright, so far we have a couple of housemates evicted tonight. And we have Apia Makoge Collins. He's gone home and I was shocked. Because Collins was head of house, he was active, he was involved, he was playful, he was cheerful, he was always dancing, and he's jovial. So how are we voting out here? Collins has been evicted and I was shocked. Like, local woman was shocked. What are we doing, guys? Hello and welcome. I see more people joining us. Please let me know your name and where you're watching us from so I can give you shout outs, okay? Because here on Onana Nation, we acknowledge everybody. We are all important. So tell me your name, I can say hi to you. William Gonzalez is watching from Nigeria. Oh, how is Niger? Omo Niger. What state are you in and what's popping in Niger tonight? Tell me what's happening, Williams. All right, so we have 4 housemates evicted tonight. We have Epiamakoge Collins. I was shocked. We had our kitchen boy. I was also shocked. He's always dancing and he's jovial. So I'm really surprised by these votes. We are keeping some people in the house that I don't necessarily know what they're doing. For example, Platali Karine, all she ever does is cook and cook and cook, which is a good thing if you want to be like in your house, in your family, cook for your people. But for the game, I'm not seeing the life she's bringing to the game. I'm not seeing the entertaining character she's bringing to the game. All sister does is cook. She spends her whole day in the kitchen, and then during the party, she'll come and whine her bum bum a little bit. Those are the two things she really does. Like, you don't hear her, you don't see her that much, you don't feel her. Like, she's just there, like absent and half present, half absent, if I can say that. So kitchen boy has gone home, and then we had Eric C. Dopez. He has also been evicted tonight, and I was also a little shocked, but it is what it is. If the voters have not given enough votes to keep Eric C. Dopez in the house, unfortunately, his journey ends today. And then we had MC Dibenja, MC with the most. Like, he's the guy in the house who speaks with confidence, with sass, with class, and what? MC Dibenja, the boldest, one of the boldest guys in the house, he is gone. I was really shocked. Like, how are we voting? Voters, what are we doing? MC Dibenja, everybody was saying how we like the way he talks English, we like the way he's doing this, we like how he's fluent. And when it's time to vote, we're not voting for our people. Like, what are we doing? We gotta vote for our guys to keep them in there. We gotta vote for our girls to keep them in there. And tonight, 4 entertaining persons have left. So I don't know how the game is going to be from now, because King Aluwan is also entertaining, but he most of the time he feeds off of Kitchen Boy's energy. Because he looks like Kitchen Boy, and both of them are like jovial, vibing into songs and stuff like that. And now that they're taking away the entertaining guys, I don't know how it's going to be. Collins was also organizing a lot of games. MC Dibenja was also coordinating a lot of games, and he helped Biggy like a journalist the other day. And now you're taking all these smart guys out of the house. This game is going to be so mad in the days to come, because I don't know. So these 4 guys have gone, and when they called their names, Vicky called them to the stage, and Vicky was like, how are you doing? How do you feel now that you've been evicted? Michael Collins was very mature when they asked him, Collins, how do you feel now that you've been evicted? And this is what Collins had to say. In life, you win some and you lose some. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is more mature than I thought. Because some people will be bawling their eyes out and crying like, oh my God, my journey has ended. Collins was so bold. He was so mature, and he brought intelligence, emotional intelligence to the core. And when they asked him, how do you feel that you're going home tonight? This is what brother said. You win some and you lose some. Guys, don't you guys like that? I mean, it was smart and it was mature. So I give him props for that. Kudos to you, Collins. Your answer was really mature. And then they asked Eric C. Dopez, Eric, how do you feel now that you're going home? And he said, well, I thank the Biggy team, the Biggy organizers. I thank everybody who brought me into the house. Everybody who has voted for me so far. I applaud them. I'm grateful to them. And then I'm just going to keep on supporting Biggy 237. So he had nothing bad to say. He said he's going to keep supporting the show, and that's also beautiful. And then Kitchen Boy was asked, like, how do you feel now that you've been evicted? And he was talking about celebrity levels. Like, he thinks he has arrived. He's now a celeb. He's going to be doing celeb things and stuff. And I'm like, okay. So Kitchen Boy is the boy in the house who loved our small pepper, Blanche Bacha. So Kitchen Boy loved Blanche. And when he was in the house, he tried to ask her out. That didn't really play out well. So when they called his name, the next contestant to be evicted is Kitchen Boy. What did our brother do? He went and looked for his lovey. He went and looked for his baby girl, and he gave her a hug, and it was so emotional. He turned to Blanche and gave her a hug like, oh, I'm leaving, baby, I'm going to miss you. And it was just a little, like, it was emotional. I'm mushy like that. Like, I'm sensitive to some kind of things, and I loved it. Because they called him and they said, Kitchen Boy, you're leaving. And the first thing that comes to his mind is to give his baby girl a hug. So, okay, I see you now. So, and then we had MC Dibenja. When they called MC Dibenja, they were like, Dibenja, you're going home. Like, how do you feel now that you're going home? And he was like, well, I'm not happy, but I'm okay. And I think I'm going to be okay. So he was clearly showing us his disappointment. Local man was shocked too. He was shocked. He didn't think he was going to be going home this week. And I didn't see that coming as well. So he was a little sad. And they asked him, how are you doing? He said, you know what? I'm not the happiest I've been, but I'm going to be okay. And then he asked about Melinda, because tonight they also brought some housemates back into the house. They brought Melinda Swan and Foso Brainy. So when Melinda came into the house, MC Dibenja was so happy. He gave her a very big hug and was like, I'm glad to see you, girl. Because you guys know MC Dibenja asked Melinda out a few weeks ago. Melinda gave him a solid iron bucket like, I got to be back home. I'm not doing this with you, Dibenja. So Dibenja is still friends with Melinda. Melinda. So when he saw her, he was so happy that she's back in the house, and he gave her a hug. And unfortunately for him, he didn't know he was going to be evicted. So when they called his name, Dibenja, you are evicted. And this is what he said: Biggy, this is not fair. Oh. The same night you're bringing Melinda into the house, the same night you're taking me out. Biggy, this is not fair. Oh. And I found that a little funny. Like, he's got jokes. Brother's got jokes. And he had hopes that the longer he stays in the house, the longer, like, or the wider his possibilities are to make something work with Melinda. So somebody else is leaving me comments. Let me read the comments. Niger is cool. Which Big Brother are you talking about? I'm talking about Big Brother Cameroon. Williams Gonzalez. I'm talking about Biggie 237 from your neighbors. If you're in Nigeria, I'm sure you've heard about the country Cameroon. We're literally neighbors. So we have our own Biggie show going on. That's what I'm talking about now. Because I'm sure you've been listening to the names I've been calling. Obviously, they're not Kid Wire, they are not Erica, and they are not Prince. So by now you should know I'm not talking about Biggie Niger. I'm talking about Biggie Cameroon. So that's our own Biggie show. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so now we have some contestants voted back into the house, Melinda Swan and Foso Brainy. So you guys should tell me what you think about that. Do you guys think it's fair for some contestants to go home and be brought back into the show? Because, you know, when you go back home, you have your phones, you have the internet, obviously. You're going to be reading comments. You're going to be seeing what the viewers think. You're going to be seeing what everybody thinks about the contestants in the house. Do you guys think it's fair? After being given all this ammunition, you've gone back home, you've had the chance to read all the comments and all the newspapers and watch all my YouTube videos and other people's YouTube videos. Do you guys think it's fair for evicted housemates to be given a chance to come back into the house? So a lot of people were mad, like, why is Biggie bringing Melinda back? Why is Biggie bringing Foso Brainy back? Like, how does he expect the other people to feel? Like, it's not an even play field. It's like sending somebody into the examination hall with cartouche. You're giving them answers already to all the questions. Obviously, she's gone out there. She's seen how people have reacted to the housemates in the house. Obviously, Brainy has gone out here, seen how things are going. And now they are more armed. They're coming back into the game. It's not an even play field anymore. It's not an even game anymore because they are more armed than the other people. It's not fair. Somebody says it's not fair at all. That's true. A lot of people think it's not fair because now you're giving them ammunition. They have all, like, you cannot send me to examination hall and give me all the answers. I've already passed. Like, I'm not feeling any question. If there are 100 questions, I'm going to pass all of them because you gave me the answers. So a lot of people feel that way, and other people feel like, you know what, everybody deserves a second chance. If they can let them in, so be it. And we wish them the best, and we hope, you know, they use their second chance well. You know, hopefully they win the money because they've been given a second chance and stuff. I don't know. So people are just divided. Some people are happy about it. Obviously their families are happy because they've been given a second chance, and other people are feeling bad about it, and that's that for that. So now we're going to move on to the next item, which is the party. We have our parties every Friday night. The party was lit. The party was like, it was boom boom boom, boom boom boom. The DJ for this party was DJ Pat Cool. It's a small DJ, a guy who is just starting, but obviously he has experience. DJ Pat Cool was invited to this party, and his party was lit. I mean, it was litty like a titty. Everybody was dancing, everybody was vibing to songs, and it was amazing. And it also happened to be TJ's birthday. So TJ is one of the contestants, one of the finest guys in the house. He's tall, he's dark, he's handsome, and all of that. Okay. So it was his birthday, and during this party, DJ Paku was killing it, and TJ was dancing with his bae in the house. TJ has a girlfriend in the house, for those who don't know. Her name is Zita Minaj, the lady with the most assets. The lady who is well endowed, all her body endowed. So Zita Minaj, the lady who is endowed in front and behind. She was dancing with TJ, who is obviously her boo in the game, and they were dancing and they stole a kiss. So Biggie has said he doesn't want any kiss sessions in the house. He doesn't want people kissing. He doesn't want sexual immorality. So there are a lot of laws, a lot of rules in Biggie Cameroon. So people are not supposed to kiss. Every time you kiss somebody, you get in trouble. He's going to grill you for that. Biggie will call you to the diary room and shout at you and all kinds of things and give you a strike. So it was TJ's birthday, and you would think that TJ is smart, he's intelligent, he wouldn't want to get in trouble with Biggie. You would think that Zita Minaj is also intelligent and she wouldn't want to get in trouble with Biggie. But you know, when emotions are involved, the atmosphere was right, the lights were dimmed, it was TJ's birthday, and they were playing this romantic song from Mr. Leo. After that, they played this beautiful song from Mr. Latin. Afraid to give you my heart, I'll always love love you forever, forever, forever. I don't know the lyrics to that song, but I love the song. So as they're playing the song, like the vibe, the mood, the energy, it was so beautiful, and they were like feeling the flow and going with the flow. And Zita somehow forgot that I'm not supposed to kiss this guy. And then she went, when they were cutting his birthday cake, sister took a slice of the cake and she put it in her mouth. You know how we do at weddings now? How they say feed your husband or feed your whoever. You cut the cake and put it in your mouth and then you give him a little bit to eat. And that's what our sister did. You're not supposed to kiss, but because the environment was so right, the music, the vibe, everything was just, it was smooth like butter. So our sister took the cake, she put a little bit in her mouth, and she found her bae. She called TJ, TJ come, and then she fed him the cake. It was beautiful. And then they ate the cake and they kissed. They forgot Biggie's rules, so they were carried away obviously by the environment and whatnot. So they kissed. It didn't end there. Oh. They kissed again and they kissed again and again. So they had about 3 or 4 kisses. Like Biggie is going to so kill them. Tomorrow I want to see what Biggie is going to say. He is going to grill their asses. Like, what did you guys do? You guys are not supposed to kiss. You didn't only kiss once. You did again and again. And this is the interesting part. After the kiss, TJ and Zita Minaj, they went into the room. So you guys know Biggie 237, his cameras do not rotate. The cameras are just fixed and piang. They don't go anywhere. Biggie's cameras do not move. So TJ kissed Zita, Zita kissed TJ. After the kissation, they went into the room. And as they're going into the room, we are curious. We want to see like, what are they going to do? Is it time for praise and worship? We want to know what's going on. What's going on in that room? So they left the party. The party obviously was in the backyard. They left everybody there. They went into the room, and that was like tun dun tun dun 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 dun. I want to see what's going on in that room. So the cameras do not follow. We don't know what's going on. They disappeared for a couple of minutes. Whatever they were doing there, I'm not saying anything. Use your sense, use your intuition, and deduct. They disappeared for a couple of minutes, and whatever they were doing in that room is not our business. And then they came back to the dance floor, and I'm like, okay, what were these 2 people doing in that room? I wanted to know, but because the cameras do not move, they are fixed, we could not see that action. All right, so I'm going to read a few comments before I move on to my next point. All right, I think I read the last comment already. Yeah, so during the same party, Gaga and Hexiva were feeling it. Like they were dancing, they were doing Kole Sereo. Kole Sereo. They were close like 1 and 2. Hexiva was all over Gaga, hugging her, rubbing her, touching body pattern. I was like, okay, this is how trouble starts. From rubbing and touching and everything, very soon they'll start kissing. So I was observing them to see if they're going to do anything. Hey guys, thank you guys for staying. The video keeps cutting. I don't know why. Sometimes when I go live, the video just cuts for a few seconds and then it resumes, but I'm happy we're back. Thank you for staying. I see you guys staying. Oh, that's sweet. All right, let's continue. So we're talking about Gaga and Hexival. During this party, Gaga and Hexival were all booed up. You guys know earlier in this week, Hexival had issues with Gaga. They were fighting, they were quarreling. When they were talking about, there was a love triangle involving Ndukong Joel, Hexival, and MC Dibenja. All of them were eyeing Gaga, so that brought a fight. And Hexival was the initial guy who had said to Gaga that he liked her. So Hexival and Gaga were like bae or something of that sort. And then they had a fight earlier this week, and Hexival got mad and he told Gaga, okay, I'm with you and you're involved with all these other guys. You know what? We are in the sea, and in the sea there are many fishes. So I don't care what you're doing to me right now. I'm going to find me some other fish. I'm going to get me some other fish. So that's what Hexival said. And I thought the relationship was over, he and Gaga, after that fight, after that quarrel. And he made a statement to her that, you know what, we're in the sea. And in the sea, there's so many fishes. So I thought that was the end of their relationship. So I was so shocked. During this party, I saw Hexival again with Gaga all booed up. And I was like, okay, I guess they've made up and they fixed their relationship and everything is good. So they were dancing and rubbing body parts. And I was like, okay. So the party was just a lot of romance was involved. Biggie has given them all these rules. No sexual immorality, no kissing. So they are left with rubbing and touching. So there were a lot of touchations going on and rubbinations. Those were the things that were going on during this party. And it was also funny. So what else do I have noted for the party before I move on to the next point? All right, we're going to talk about other aspects that happened within the week. They had a task for cross dressing, where the guys all dressed like girls and all the girls all dressed like guys. Because today we're doing Biggie 237 updates. I've told you guys about the eviction show. Those who've gone home, we've spoken about the party night, how the party went down, what you guys should know, who kissed who. TJ kissed Zita Minaj. Gaga was rubbing parts with Hexival, even though it didn't result in a kiss. They also disappeared for a few minutes. I don't know where they went. I don't know what they did. And now I'm moving on to other aspects that happened within the week. We had the cross-dressing task, where the guys had to dress like girls and the girls dressed like guys, and they asked them to represent each other. It was really funny. And then for this task, the people who really shown during this task were in Dukong Joel. Joel somehow managed to make people to love him during this task. Everybody was calling his name. You guys should bring Joel back. You guys should bring Joel back. He dressed like a lady, and he really it matched so well. It was so cool. And then he was talking about Castel beer and stuff like that. He presented his task real well. So during the cross-dressing task, Khalifa Vaniteos and Dukong Joel were the two housemates that really shown, like they really did their task well. And then the next thing that happened in this house this week was cultural dance, where we had cultural dances. The housemates were asked to represent different regions. A couple of them represented the southwest region, a couple of them represented the far north, a couple of them representing Yaoundé, the central region, and it was beautiful. And after the cultural dance test, we had Puzo in the house, who is also an artist. He came to spend some time with the housemates, and then they had like some kind of daily and a staging show where they'll call the housemates. For example, Epe Makoge Collins, who do you want to dance? Whose song do you want to stage? And he said he was going to dance Renee's Dan La Sauce, and then he danced that. So they were asking everybody, whose song do you want to dance? And they were staging. It was like daily. It was beautiful. And the other update that happened during this week was the quarrel. Ranibel can quarrel for Africa. Like Ranibel quarreled the entire house from top to bottom. She was fighting with everybody and overpowering everybody, overshadowing everybody with her voice. She didn't even let the other housemates talk. So what happened? Ranibel versus the whole house. Ranibel versus Brown. I don't know why this video keeps crediting. YouTube, come on now. You keep stopping my video. Akanji says, I caught the live. Yay. Yay, Akanji. Thanks for joining, girl. How you doing today? They've evicted your guy now. Your guy is Dibenja, Akanji's friend. Your friend is going home, but I was shocked. Like, how are we voting? Dibenja is going home, girl. So maybe you interview him on your show in the weeks ahead. So let's see what he's doing out of the house. All right, so we're doing updates, Biggie 237 updates. We're talking about eviction and a few other things. And now we're going to talk about some other item that happened this week, which was the quarrel between Ranibel and a couple of other housemates. So Ranibel quarreled with Hexival. How did the quarrel start? Who initiated it? This is what we're going to discuss now. So Ranibel, Hexival made a statement. Akanji is crying. Yeah, your guy MC Dibenja is gone, as well as Kitchen Boy, as well as Dopez, as well as Epe Makoge Collins. So those four guys are gone tonight. Their journey to winning 11 million francs CFA has ended. Unfortunately, we feel bad for them, but the show has opened up doors for them, new windows of opportunities. Hopefully they use it well. The little popularity they have now, I can't call it fame just yet. They can use that well, to leverage a better career for themselves. You think they're going to vote him back? You think so? Actually, Biggie made people to vote Melinda Swan, and Akanji says they'll vote him back by force. So Biggie made people to vote housemates back into the house. They voted Melinda Swan. They voted Foso Brainy, and a lot of people were mad. So I don't think Biggie is going to do it anymore. Voting people back is not fair because they've gone outside now. They are armed. They know what the public expects to see. They know what everybody thinks about every housemate, and they know how to fill the vacuum and bring extra character, extra spice, extra sauce, and that. So it's not cool. It's not really fair to the other contestants, and I don't think Biggie is going to do it again. A lot of people are on his neck for that, for bringing people back. People who've gone home and now they've seen everything. It's like they're armed. So I don't think he's going to do that next week. All right. So what else are we talking about? The Ranibel issue. So Ranibel and Hexival, how did this fight start? Hexival made a statement to Ranibel that, all right, you stole peanuts, you stole groundnuts, and now you want to talk to me and stuff like that. And then Ranibel is one of these girls who she pays fire for fire. Ranibel is the kind of an eye for an eye girl, a tooth for a tooth girl. So when you see people like that, sometimes just avoid them, because if you pinch them, they will go all the 1,000 mile with you. So Hexival did not see this coming. So they were discussing something, and he was mad, and he made a side comment to Ranibel that, Ranibel, you stole peanuts. Why are you talking? You stole peanuts from upstairs, from downstairs. You took it upstairs and you ate it all on your own. Ranibel got mad. Sister opened up everything. Hexy, you're talking to me. You call me a thief. You stole chichi. You stole milk. Countless times I've caught you stealing things from the kitchen, and now you want to talk to me? So it was hot, like Kasala, don't boss. As Ranibel said that, the whole house was on fire. Everybody was like, what happened? Tell me more. So the drama just burst. Everybody was shouting like, Hexy, you stole milk. Hexy, you stole chin chin. Hexy said Ranibel stole groundnuts. It was just a messy situation. Everybody was talking, and I was just watching like, first of all, why are they fighting over food? Is Biggy not giving them enough food in the house? We are not supposed to be hearing housemates talk about this one stole peanuts, this one stole chin chin. Like, what's happening? These children have gone into your show. You are supposed to have budgets for food. What's peanuts? A bottle of peanuts is like 1,000 francs. If the housemates want peanut, buy 100 bottles and keep in the house. That's why you prepare for the show before time. That's why you have sponsors. That's why you have Cameroonians of goodwill giving you money every single day. Cameroonians are donating money to Biggie like nothing. This person donated 500,000 the other day. Another person donated 1 million. Another person donated 500,000. Like, that's a lot of money. Why are the housemates fighting over food? Equip the house. Give them food. Let them not be fighting like some boarding school kids. Like, how does somebody steal in a Biggie house? In boarding school, for example, we went with our food. I went with my cornflakes. I went with my chin chin. I went with my groundnuts. I went with my whatever. So if somebody steals my peanuts, I know it is mine. It came from my valise. So you stole obviously from me because it's mine. But how do you steal in a house where something is general? General consumption open to everybody. Why are they even talking about theft? If there's peanut in the house, it's for everybody. So why are they saying she stole peanut? So if there's chin chin in the house, it's for everybody. If there's milk in the house, it's for everybody. Why are they saying Hexival stole milk, he stole chin chin, and why is he accusing her of stealing peanuts? So that was just messy, and I was like, it doesn't even portray us well at all. Imagine Nigerians are watching us. Paradan mock news will be saying that Big Brother Cameroon, they are fighting over milk and chin chin. No, just imagine the kind of image it paints. Give people food. Let me hear the comments. I hear you, but in that case, they should cancel the returns. Exactly. They have to cancel the returns because it's not fair. I don't think he's going to do that again. If they started, they need to give everyone a fair chance. Ha ha ha. That will be opening the floodgates. I chose Ranibel to argue. You know how now. I can't say you know Ranibel. See, she's crazy. She argued the whole house. Everybody, they were like, Ranibel, calm down. Let's settle the matter. Calm down. She was over everybody. I'm like, oh my God. I got a headache just from watching that. Wait, oh, how did the thief with camera they outside? Exactly. How do you steal when the cameras are everywhere? And how do you even steal something that is yours? If it's in the house, it's for everybody. How do I steal something which is mine? It's for all of us. So that was just a messy situation. You know, sometimes they're in the house, they are bored. They don't have things to talk about. So when something happens, everybody puts fire. People were pouring some petrol into the fire, and it just went. The house was on flames. Like, what, the house was burning down. Ranibel and Hexival, they were quarreling, serious quarrel. And I was like, Hexival, you're a guy. You're quarreling with a girl like this. Like, sometimes guys will be like, okay, let me just let it slide. Let me just let it slide and stuff like that. Hexival was not having it. He was giving Ranibel the business. So both of them were going at it, and it was just rowdy in the house. And Biggy was like, this is Big Brother. Hexival and Ranibel report to the diary room immediately. Ranibel and Hexival, they went into the diary room, and Biggy was like, do not come out of this diary room until you solve your issues. So he gave them an hour. Obviously, if I'm fighting with somebody and a bigger person or somebody with authority, somebody whom I'm supposed to be respecting, calls us to go into the room and make peace, I'm going to feel like, okay, I think it's time to make peace because now Big Brother is involved. They went to that room. The fire even got 10 times more, like, it was like a furnace. They were arguing more and more, like it was getting intensified. And I was like, are these children mad? Biggie has called you guys into the diary room, like, put your game face on, like, even think. The reason why we're in the diary room is because we're getting disciplined. Try to solve the problem. but no, they were not having it. They went into the diary room, they were dancing around in circles. I said that, you said that, you want to talk, say that one talk, say. It was just crazy. It was messy. They stayed in there for 1 hour, dilly dallying. I talk, say, you talk, say, and I was like, this is just crazy. So after 1 hour, Biggie was like, you know what? These kids will stay in there for 10 years, going at it against each other. I said, you said, I said. So Biggie was tired of all of that drama, and then he called them again. This is Big Brother. Hexival and Ranibel, your time is over. You guys should leave the chamber room immediately. So they left and went to the living room, and Biggie was like, I don't want to hear anybody talk about this topic again. It has ended tonight. Nobody should talk about this topic again. So Biggie was actually the one who solved that problem, because two adults, they're not kids. Ranibel even has a kid. Two adults, they could not solve their problem. They were just going at it over each other again, over and over, and it was just crazy. So Biggie solved that problem by telling them, I don't want to hear nothing about it anymore. Nada, zilch. Nobody should open their mouth about the topic again. So that's how that query ended. And then there was another quarrel, Dukong Joel and Ranibel. So Joel is the guy whom Ranibel abused the last time. Ranibel is constantly insulting Joel. You are a sugar daddy. You are this. You are that. So she's making allusion to the fact that he's a little older than some of the other housemates, and she's insulting him for his age. And I don't see how anybody should be bullied for their age. So Ranibel is really mouthy. Sometimes she comes across as funny and nice, but other times she's really mouthy. So Joel, during the eviction show, yeah, so after that eviction show, Joel was like, thank God I made it. Thank God I made it into the Biggie house. No, thank God I'm safe from evictions. Thank God I'm still here. Then he made a side comment like, some people in this house don't like me. Some people in this house don't like to see me. And they are so shocked I'm still in this house, and they are actually annoyed. So that's what Joel said. He made a side comment like, okay, shame to you guys, I'm still here. I know some of you don't like me, but I'm still here. So Joel said that, and he made a lot of the housemates angry. And he went to give Achiri Victor a high five, like, hi, Victor. And Victor dodged the hand, and Joel's hand was left in the air. Like, nobody returned the high five, and Joel was so mad. So he was making a big deal out of it. Some people don't like me in this house. Some people want me to go. It's okay. I'm going to go. So you guys are going to be finally happy. You guys are finally going to have your peace. You guys don't want Joel, blah, blah, blah. And Ranibel bought the case. Sister can talk for Africa. She bought the case and jumped in like Superwoman, insulting Joel, calling Joel all kinds of names. What do you mean some people don't like you? That, you know how somebody says something to the entire house? Nobody spoke. Karen Erisa did not speak. Melinda Swan did not speak. Platali Karen did not speak. Nobody spoke. Auntie Irene did not speak. Nobody spoke. You, Ranibel, you take it upon yourself as the solicitor, notary public, the lawyer, the advocate of the house. Who asked you? You bought the case all to yourself. Started insulting Joel, and then Joel was so hurt. He said something which is a little derogatory, but it's out of retaliation. If you're mad, you can say anything. People cannot judge you based on what you say when you're mad. If you don't want to hear people's bad mouth, don't get them angry. But sometimes people get angry and they say any kind of thing, and then you'll be blaming them like, oh, you called me this, you called me that, but you instigated it. You forced him to say it one way or the other. So because Ranibel was really getting on Joel's nerves, the guy was quiet the whole time. Ranibel was insulting yippee yappa here and there. He was just quiet. And at a certain point, he was like, you know what, I can't take this anymore. And then he called Ranibel a prostitute. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of guys calling girls prostitute. I don't support that at all. But she kind of asked for it. Like, she was really, really doing the most. And Joel got angry and he called her a prostitute. And you know our sister now. She will not take that lying down. See, she washed Joel from head to toe. Washed, in fact, all of Joel's generations plus the ones to come. When they bet insult from Joel's mother, grandmother, sister, auntie, every female in their family, that all of them were prostitutes. Insult, like, Ranibel washed Joel's whole family from head to toe. And she even really rubbed them body lotion after insulting them. It was crazy. See, that girl, if you see somebody like Ranibel, just jump and go till they come for you, then you go for them. But if they're not coming for you, just let them be in their own side. It was really crazy, and that's that for that. So I've spoken about the other issues, and then we had a twist in the Biggie game. When the game started, it started with 25 contestants, and all of a sudden one morning I woke up and I'm like, who is this girl in the house with red hair? Who is this guy with the dada or the dreadlocks or whatever? So Biggie added some housemates into the house when the game had already started. He didn't inform us, he didn't tell us, he didn't warn us. We just woke up one morning, Khalifa Vanitels was there, boom, she appeared like Superwoman overnight. Nobody saw her walk into the house, nobody saw her carry her boxes into the house. We didn't see all of that. We also woke up one morning and saw Hexival in the house. Like, Hexival was not there when the game started. There were 25 contestants initially, but one morning we woke up and Hexival was there. The other morning we woke up and Ranibel was there, and we were just like, what's going on? Biggie, your game it should be organized. You should have your game plan like written, like a map, a plan. It should be solid, it should be written. If you make any adjustments, you let us know. It's your game, obviously, so you have monopoly. You can change whatever you want, but just let us know. If you're bringing somebody into the house, Akanji says Biggie is confused. I'm with you, girl. He's confused, and I think he's trying to borrow ideas from Biggie Nigeria, which is not bad. We learn, we borrow from good examples. If you see something good your neighbor is doing, by all means, please copy. So yeah, did he add and subtract away randomly? That's true. Biggie needs to be transparent. That's true, Beryl. I agree. He needs to be transparent. If you're bringing somebody into the house, let us know. I'm bringing Khalifa Vanitel. She's going to be coming on Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. Let us know. If you're bringing Hexival into the house, I'm bringing a new contestant, Hexival. He's going to be joining the other housemates on Tuesday, on Monday. Let us know. So Biggie just does things like a dictator. He doesn't ask us. He doesn't inform us. Before you know, boom, they're all in the house. And he woke up one morning and said, okay, I'm giving people the chance to vote evicted housemates back into the house. Like, who vetted this decision? You didn't even ask us. He should have made a poll, like, put it out there for us to vote. I'm considering bringing back 2 of the evicted housemates. What do you guys think? Let's vote. Those 4. Let's vote. Those against. Let's vote. And then at the end of the day, you do what the people want. We are the ones watching the show. Although the show is sometimes tacky, we are the ones who are still watching. Up till now, the 4th week of the show, we are still struggling with connection. We are still struggling with internet connection. We are still struggling with volume. So with all these problems, despite all these problems, we are still watching the show because we like it and because we want him to succeed. We want Biggie 237 to succeed. So you should consider us, because we are watching the show with all these problems, all these technical itches and hitches and whatever here and there. We're still watching the show, so you should give us some consideration. All right, Biggie? So that's that for that. If you're subtracting, let us know. If you're adding, let us know. Anything you're changing, let us know. We deserve that. We're watching the show. We deserve to be informed. That's our right to information. Okay. People are dropping comments. Are you sure the new people aren't giving Biggie some beer money? Who knows? I can't tell, who knows? Because people are actually saying that Khalifa Vanitas has bribed Biggie. I don't know how far that's true. And Biggie has come to defend himself. Like, it was really messy. A lot of people were like, Biggie, where's Khalifa Vanitas coming from? Where was she when the initial 25 contestants went into the house? And now Biggie came back to his Facebook page and clapped back. He's trying to tell us, like, what do you guys mean? I did not just bring Khalifa Vanitas from space. She was actually the top leading contestant during the first round of the show. She's the one who had the highest votes, so she deserves her place in the house. Nobody is arguing that, Biggie. If she deserves her place in the house, why did she not come when all the other contestants were coming? And why do you not inform us that there's going to be a twist later on in the show? So you're trying to defend yourself now by bringing the vote, saying that, oh, she actually had the highest votes during the first stage of the show. She deserves to be here, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Just let the people know. We love the show. We love to be informed. Now your people are mad at you. They're insulting you. They're saying you've taken bribe. They're saying that you've taken Choco, Cameroon and Choco. So nobody knows what's happening, and now people are doubting you. A simple situation that would have been avoided if you simply told the people that we have a few housemates coming in 2 weeks time or in 3 weeks time. Nobody would have insulted you. Now people are dragging you on social media and you caused it. You somehow asked for this. Just keep your people informed. That's what I'm saying. Somebody says he doesn't seek the opinion of the fans. We just accept anything he does. Beru, that's the thing. We are like in a position where we don't have much choice. So he just does everything the way he wants, without consulting us. And it is crazy, yeah. So that's the thing. That's the thing with that. It really is crazy. Let the people know. These are the people who are watching your show. Let them know. So I don't know if I can go to Biggie 237's page and show you guys on this phone. Yeah, so I showed you guys the contestants that are going home. I'm going to try to find the live show so we can see. We can watch a few scenes from the show. Yeah, so this is how we voted this week. This is how we voted. The person with the highest vote this week was what is this? Khalifa Vanitel. She's right here with the highest votes. The next was TJ. TJ is the second person here. Second highest votes. And the next person was Brown Popsy. After that, we had Gaga Wayne and Platali Karin. So these are them here. These 5 people are saved, and the other 4 are the ones who went home. So that's that for that. And then I'm trying to find the live show to show you guys. For those who don't know MC Dibenja, this is MC Dibenja. He's evicted, so he's going home today. For those who don't know Eric C. Dopez, this is Eric. He's evicted today and he's going home as well. For those who don't know, Fosso Brainy, he was voted back into the house. He's one of the guys who was evicted like a couple of weeks back, so they brought him back today. Melinda Swan was also brought back to the house today. She was evicted last week. Apia Makoge Collins, he was really active in the house. I really feel bad that he was evicted. And Kitchen Boy was also like high energy. He's also evicted. So these are the 4 people that have gone home and the 2 people that have come in today. So now I'm going to look for the live eviction show to see if I can give you guys a few, updates and stuff. So the live show started at the time Biggy said it was going to start. It started, but there was no volume again as usual, internet problems and stuff. So the game still has a lot of struggles, and we are like, Biggy, really? So we are into like the 5th week of the show and we are still struggling with internet connection. We thought we would have adjusted these things by now. We're still struggling with internet connection. Why? After the 5th week? So we're also struggling with volume. Sometimes we don't hear what the contestants are saying and we are like, this is crazy. We tolerated it the 1st week, we tolerated it the 2nd week. We were like, okay, he's just beginning. Let's cut him some slack. Let's give him room to improve. After the 3rd week, the same stuff. After the 4th week, the same stuff. We are into the 5th week of the show. We are still struggling with internet connection, and that's not cool. So we want him to fix this. Biggie and your team, you guys should fix this. Melinda should better step up. If not, she'll be going back next week. A lot of people are saying this, Leonardo. So many people are saying that Melinda will be going back next week if she doesn't step up. And I believe them. Because when you've been given a second chance, to whom much is given, much is expected. You've been given a second chance. It's literally a second life. You better make the most of it. If not, you may be going home. I hope Melinda is bringing her swag. No more quiet. I know. That's one thing that I saw her write on her Twitter page, I think 2 days ago. So, this is another thing I wanted to tell you guys about Biggie 237. How Biggie doesn't inform us, but he informs the contestants and stuff. So, we voted. We wanted Melinda. Biggie showed us the list of all the contestants that have gone home so far. He said you guys should vote for 2 of these evicted contestants to come back into the house. So people were still voting when Biggie had already decided who is going to come to the house. Because Melinda occurred to have known that she was going to be going back in the Big Brother house about 4 or 5 days ago. Imagine, people are still voting. Votes are still going in. How was she able to know that she'll be going back into the... Yeah, so the connection stopped for a few seconds, guys. I'm back. So Melinda was so happy. She took to her Twitter page and wrote, yay, I'm going back to Biggie 237. I'm so happy. I'm going to bring the juice. I'm going to bring the sauce. I'm going to bring the lively me. No more going to be quiet. So Melinda knew before time, a couple of days back, that she was going to be coming into the Biggie house. So Biggie informed her. Biggie also informed Fosso Brainy. Fosso Brainy was a smart guy. He didn't say anything. He kept his mouth shut. But sister was so excited. She took to her Twitter page writing stuff. And this is how reality shows are organized. You have to sign a non-disclosure. If Biggie calls you in all confidence and says, okay, you'll be going back into the house, you keep your mouth shut because he has not told us, the viewers. So that's a spoiler. Melinda took to Twitter and she was jubilating everywhere. I'm going back into the house. Wood, I'm happy. Biggie had not told us officially and the votes were still going on. So that was supposed to be a confidential discussion between both of them. And she took it now and brought it to Twitter. And Biggie, if Biggie was some other show, they would have penalized her. They would have said, okay, this was supposed to be a private thing. You said it before everybody. Maybe you're not going into the house anymore. Some people would have penalized her and stuff like that. I don't know how Biggie functions, but it is what it is with him. He decides whatever he wants to do, and we just watch, and that's really crazy. So Melinda went, she knew before time that she was going into the house, and the votes were still open. Votes were still going on. She went to Twitter and was writing everywhere, I'm going back into the house, and I'm like, okay. But Fosso Brainy was smart. He didn't say nothing. He sat him quiet till the day came, because it's actually today that Biggie is announcing to everybody that, okay, this is how you guys voted. Melinda will be coming back in. Fosso Brainy will be coming back in. But they already knew many days back. Biggie, 1 + 1 is 2. This year only are doing 1 + 1 = 1. We don't know. That appears to be the case, girl, because how would Melinda know a few days back when people are still voting? The votes obviously end only on Friday, I think, So why did she know 2 or 3 days ago? You see what I'm saying? So that appears to be the case. He informed her, like, he already had his pick, he already had his choice, and people are still voting. MTN is taking money, they're paying him, he's cashing in on people's votes. Yeah, so girl, I know. Sometimes when they're working in the area, it affects everybody's connection. So my connection is dwindling. I don't know why. I guess they're working on some poles in the neighborhood or something of that sort. When they're fixing things in your neighbors' houses and stuff, they know your poles, and maybe that's what, I don't know. But my network is really down right now, and I hope it gets better so I can give you guys the tea, the updates as we always do. Beryl says, connection, be careful. This is where I watch and follow up my own Biggie. Thank you, girl. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Thank you for always watching here. So this is the first contestant, Kitchen Boy. That's when he got evicted. I'm trying to take up the volume in this phone to show you guys. I borrowed this phone, I don't even know how to use the phone. How do they increase the volume? There should be a button somewhere. All right, so that's Kitchen Boy when he was evicted, and they were asking him questions. That's Vicky Fokala, the host. She was asking Kitchen Boy, how do you feel now that you've been evicted and stuff? So that's it. And I'm going to forward to when they evicted the other housemates. That's Foso Brainy when he got into the house. Everybody was happy and giving him hugs and stuff. So yeah, that's that for that. When he got into the house, people were happy receiving him, hugging him and stuff, and they were clapping. Melinda, the same thing. So that's what we're saying. Biggie already knows the housemates that are going to be coming before time, and people are still voting. So obviously, MTN is sucking people's money, and he's getting cash without telling the people. I've already let the contestants know who is going back into the house. So that's not right. It doesn't smell right. Biggie, we are on to you, okay? So yeah, that's it. Somebody says, speaking of Vicky Fokala. Okay, today Vicky Fokala was nice. She tried. She was pleasant. In the other shows, Vicky has been accused of being rude. Of making the contestants feel bad and stuff. But today she was really trying. Like, she was pleasant. She was really like putting herself in the place of the contestant. She gave somebody a hug. She gave Epe McCoy Collins a hug when he was evicted. She said, "Come and give me a hug. I really am going to miss you. You were really entertaining in the house." Like, she was trying to bring out the humanistic side to her. You guys said she was bullying contestants last time, so she has listened to you guys, and now she's trying to make adjustments. We are human beings. We are progressive human beings. We're always seeking how to make ourselves better. If people complain about something, try to adjust it, and I guess that's what Vicky is trying to do right now. So she's trying to adjust because she was really warm today. She was giving people hugs. She was making jokes. She was being nice and meek and humble, and it was really pleasant. As opposed to her other performances, she tried today. Yeah, her hosting skills have improved. She made the people feel comfortable. Beryl Genesis, Big in a criminal. We're going to call Epevier to catch Biggie, or we're going to call the International Criminal Court or the International Court of Justice to catch Biggie. Mokube Georgette. Hi, Georgie. How are you doing, Mama Georgette? I always want to call you Georgette Eto. Are you the wife of Papa Eto? So welcome, Georgie. How you doing today? Akanji says, "Oh, cool. Yes, girl. I know. Vicky's really trying. She's trying to fix things and stuff. Yeah." So Berijana says, help Biggie will also give those evicted this week a second chance too. That's the thing. If Biggie continues to give everybody a chance, this game is supposed to last 8 weeks. So if he continues evicting people and bringing them in, the game will ever end. No. The people will need to stay in the house forever. It doesn't make sense. Why did he even start it in the first place? It doesn't make sense. First, it's unjust for me to be evicted and go home. I have my phone, I have the internet, I've seen everything everybody's saying about every contestant, and then I go back into the house. It's unfair, it's unjust, because I have the upper hand now against all the other contestants. I'm going into the game with my little cartouche. That's not fair. So he shouldn't have started that in the first place. But Biggie is an autocratic kind of person. He's like, I don't know, he doesn't ask people's opinions, he just does things like that, and it's crazy. Biggie, I'm here now. This is Onana Nation. Give your girl a call. If you need questions on strategy, if you want to know one or two things, if you need recommendations, give me a call. I'm going to tell you. I know Biggie watches my videos because every time I criticize something, he corrects it. So if you're watching my videos and learning from me, you may as well give me a call and give me a check for consultancy. So just give your girl a call and be like, what can we do this week? What new text? What new games do you think we can play? Yeah, so you call your girl, give your girl a call, and you run me my check for consultancy, because these videos I make are free, and you don't even give me any tip, Biggie, but you're borrowing my ideas without even giving me any shout out. So make sure no. Yeah, so somebody else says, but that should be the base on married. I hope it is not this favoritism stuff. We hope so too. They are making us to see that the votes are transparent according to what they say. We don't really get to see the votes. At the end of the day, we see a chart. They form a chart and they're like, this person has 50%, this person has 20%, this person has 10%. We want to see how the votes flow into that chart. Like, if you want to be transparent, well, it's also going to be crazy for them to show us every single vote. Like, it's going to be crazy. Like, nobody can do that. So, come on, network. I don't know what's happening to this network. It just keeps freezing on me. Biggie, we need Collins back. Beryl Jenner, you need Collins back. I know, right? Collins is entertaining. Like, he organizes the housemates, brings them together. You know, he's really entertaining. And Biggie is taking away all the entertaining characters. I don't know how the game is going to be from this week. I don't know how it's going to be. Kitchen boy entertaining. MC Dibenja, the grammar guy of the house. Biggie is taking all these guys out. I don't know how the game is going to be. So he's trying to say this is how we voted. How can we prove that? So even if they are lying, we only have to take their word for it. Even if they are saying the truth, we only have to take their word for it. We cannot prove it. We just have to believe everything he says. So that's the level at which the show is. Everything he brings to us, everything he presents, even if he says, this is how you guys voted, we have no way of proving otherwise. We just have to take that, and we are hoping, we are trusting in his words, that he's keeping to his words, because don't come and give us votes here that are not verified. So we are hoping everything he does is transparent and we leave him to his conscience. We should just put it that this is the first time, but I wish second trip should be upgraded. I agree with you, George. That's the thing which a lot of us are saying. We are accepting all the messes around the show. It's a hot mess, actually. We are accepting all the limitations, all the problems here and there, all the gaffes of the show. We're taking all of that because we are assuming, we're saying that it's the first time. We are hoping next season is going to be much better. This is just season 1. When you're starting, you know, when you're born, you don't just come out from your mother's room running. You come out staggering, crawling, struggling, and then one day you start holding the chairs in the house, you start walking, and soon you start running. So we are giving Biggie a room to improve, because we know this is the first season, obviously. Nobody comes out all prepared. So we hope he is learning. All the failures of season 1, I hope you're writing it down, Biggie. Poor internet connection, poor organization, poor production, lack of food. Housemates are fighting over milk and ching ching. Hope you're noticing all these things. The speakers, the volume, and all these things, rotating cameras. These are all the things that you have to change in the next season. The housemates will be on the dance floor and then they start kissing during the party. Suddenly both of them disappear and go into the room. We want to see what they're doing in that room. Whether they're going to continue their kiss and they start touching, we don't know. We have to see all the action. So we want to get rotating cameras next season. And even if you can't give us rotating cameras, get us a cameraman to be there present. He can follow them with the cameras, zoom in on them. Let's see what's happening. We are there to see the show. We need to have a 360-degree view. We have to see all the corners of the house. And so far, Biggie has been trying to rotate the cameras a little bit, but there's still room for improvement. So next season should definitely be the bomb. This first season, let's see it like a test run, a trial run. So just be noticing everything which is a failure, everything which is a shortcoming, everything which is a limitation. Notice all these things, and next should be the bomb. Next thing is, we don't want to hear any nonsense. Next season, everything should be figured out from day 1. Yeah, so that's what we're saying. Somebody says, I tell you, sister, yeah, we cannot watch it, girl. We cannot. Sometimes you go into Biggie 237's page, you try to watch, it's freezing on you. Like the same frame for a couple of minutes, it's not moving. And even when it moves, no volume. And we're like, what? At the feedback of the show, seriously? So we're just cutting him some slack that this is the first season. We hope that by second season everything is going to be fine, everything is going to be adjusted. And this video has really gone long. I didn't expect it to be this long, but thank you guys for staying. It's because we were interacting that I was able to stay this long. I like my live videos to be a little short so people can come back and watch later, you know. So thank you guys a lot for watching. On that note, I want to say thank you to Georgette for joining us. Does anybody have a question? Ask your questions before we leave. But first, I have to say thank you to everybody. That weird aye song still the aye Sikoko. The song is still there. Sikoko, Biggie brother for Cameroon. Show them. Game changer. Charger. I beg you know she don't forget, you know. The song is still there. He's there. They use it every single day. Even though they've made a beautiful collab song with the Biggie housemates, I guess that's the song they should be using by now. They have a beautiful song which all the housemates came together to sing. It's such a beautiful song. And Biggie needs to do some serious re-strategizing. I agree, Akenji. He has to re-strategize. He has to. So my son loved this song. Baby, your son loved this song. Okay. It's not a really bad song. If you think of it, it's not a bad song. But the fact that we've heard it so many times, it's kind of redundant. We don't want to be hearing the same thing over and over. It's boring. It's not a bad song, really. It's just the fact that we've heard it over a million times. We are all tired. If you start eating eru every day, you get tired. Or I don't know if that's a good example to give, but I've heard the song too many times. I just feel like when I hear it now, I just get dizzy. So thank you guys a lot for watching. This is your girl Onana. For those of you who have not subscribed, please go ahead and hit the red subscribe button below this video and join this amazing family. On this channel, we do all things to show what it is tonight. We had the beautiful Akanji. Akanji, my girl, got engaged. So congrats to you, Aka. I'm so happy for you. Oh my God. You're going to be a missus. So I can't wait to receive my invitation. When is the date? And like, just let me know. Like, what is the plan so far? I can't just say thanks for all the tea. Love you. Oh, thank you, girl. You know I love you too. You know I love you so much. Congrats on your engagement. Let me know, like, when is the date? How is it going down? I want to know. Give me all the gist, all the details. Thank you, Beryl Dione. You guys are the reason why I'm here. You guys have made my show. I love you, Beryl. Thank you so much for joining. You always comment on my videos. You always watch. I truly appreciate you. Thank you. We have Mokube Georgette. You know, I love you now. I heard you guys. Everybody who always watches my videos commenting. You guys are the reason why we do this. Thank you guys a lot. And who else do we have? It's just a repetition of the same names, I think. Akanji, Beryl, Georgette, the same people. So I can't really read all the names right now, but everybody who joined us in today's live stream, I'm grateful. Thank you guys a lot. You guys are the reason why we do this. You guys are super supportive. Before I come live, sometimes there's already 3 people waiting for me, and I appreciate that a lot. Thank you guys for all the love. You know, we are growing. We are a little channel, but hopefully we'll grow one day, and it's going to be amazing. So I'm going to remember my old people. The people who were there for me always. I'm going to remember you guys and grant your wishes always. You know. So it's going to be an amazing journey. Thank you guys a lot. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye. And everybody should stay safe because we have the second wave of the coronavirus right now. It's crazy. Like, people are getting infected every single second. If you're going out, have your face mask, your mouth covers, or whatever you guys call it, or your face shield. And then you have your hand sanitizers. Do not touch people. Safe distance. You know, stay away from people. If you have to avoid that, just stay away. Like, sometimes for your own sanity, for your own safety, for your own, the safety of your family members. If you get infected, everybody's going to get it at home. So wash your hands as you get out of everywhere you're going. You wash your hands before you come into the house. Wash your hands. Like my big brother, you know what he does? My brother, as he comes back to his house from the door, as he just opens the door of his house, he steps in, he takes out his clothes, every single thing he shows, he puts them in a plastic bag, and then he takes them to a cabinet and keep them there. Like, he's taking extra precautions, and I think that's a little bit too much work, but if you have to do that to be safe, please do it though. We're living in difficult times, we're living in perilous times. So wash your hands as you're going out, wash your hands as you're coming in, be careful, you know, take all these multivitamins and stuff to boost your immune system so you don't get infected, you know, get warm water from time to time, make your tea or your coffee or whatever, boost your immune system, take some lime, some citrus, some lemon, and all these things, boost your immune system, get some fruits, get some vegetables, you know, so you're healthy as well and you prevent infection. So thank you guys a lot for watching. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.